Hi, parents. I hope you are all doing well. I'm creating this video to help you with some new features that I'm heading to Google Classroom that may be helpful for you. Okay, so what I'm adding. I know this week we're kind of doing some new things as a class, such as leaving the Google Meet, going to your own separate Google Meet, or leaving and coming back, or leaving and coming back for small group. It's a lot. I think though, once we get this up and running, it'll be smoother and the students will know exactly what to do. We're just going to need a little bit of practice. So I think we're going to spend some time practicing all of those things. And I'm thinking by later next week, we'll have it down because every day it will look the same and sound the same. Okay. So some helpful tools that will help you, I'm hoping and thinking, is if you go into my Google Classroom, you go into classwork, I'm adding a couple of new things. So this is not posted, so I'm having it posted for tomorrow. It says 9/21 to 9/25. That's our week. So we're in September 21st to September 25th. And what I'm doing is I'm going to do this by week. So every week there'll be a topic on the side labeled by that week. And I will add to this so that you know what classwork is due that day. Okay, so use this as like a checklist. So, I know that some parents are working or working from home as well and have a lot going on, and you were wondering, did my child miss an assignment, right? I'm sure some of you are thinking that. So what this will do is this will help you. So maybe when you get home from work or at the end of the day, you can go through with your child and ask them and check off and make sure they completed all of their assignments for that day. So this is Thursday, practice buddy. And then Friday, which was today, they had to do 1-3 practice buddy. They had to do good citizenship reflection form, which is under, I put social science. Anything for social studies is under social science, is what we call it, is under that classwork tab. And then they're going to have their reading, thank you, Mr. Falker, and they use Post-it notes when you or your child makes a connection to the story. Okay, so they should have read the whole book through and have Post-it notes where they made their connections to help them better understand their story. So those are, for tomorrow, kind of the 3 main things that they need to have done, if that makes sense. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to update this weekly for you. So every day, at the end of the day, you can go and you can check, what did my child do, or what do they need to do? And you can go through the checklist with your child. Now, this isn't going to be filled out like a whole week in advance because I'm not that awesome. So I'll update it each day as we go along. And sometimes too, things change, and I don't want to, put an assignment up and then we don't even get to it. So I will update this at the end of our day to help you check to make sure your child has completed all of their assignments for the day. So I'm hoping that is helpful for you. Again, save this video and you can rewatch it. You can pause it and go back if you forget how to get there or things like that. So there's that. So that will be under topics. I'll do it weekly and you can just click. And another thing, math workshop. So classwork, and if you go to math workshop, so I think this is a little bit tricky. So when the students, what happens with math workshop is that the students we do something called a solve and share, a visual learning, which is the video lesson, and that's where the direct instruction is. And then we do groups and math workshops. So this will be here every day, and I will update it every day if I need to. So if you're wondering, oh no, when does my child have to be back to Google Meet to meet with Mrs. Rhodes? You can go to Math Workshop, click, and I'm hoping to keep all the times exactly the same. So every single day, your child will have group at that same exact time. So if you notice, I have group 1 is at 10:30, group 2, 10:40, group 3 is 10:50, and group 4 is at 11. So you want to find your child's name and see what time they have to be back onto Mrs. Rhodes' Google Meet, because this is where we kind of break off. And when the students are not on my Google Meet, they are working on the must do, may do. Okay, so they must be doing the practice buddy. If you come over to your child and you just see them working, or they're like, I don't know what to do, it's math time, go to this math workshop slide. Again, it's under classwork, math workshop, and it will tell you what time your child has group if you're confused, and what they should be doing when they're not with Mrs. Rhodes. Okay, so every day if the groups change, well, I'll let you know. These groups are going to stay the same for right now for a while, and hopefully it will stay the same exact time for your child. Sometimes we're a couple minutes off, which makes it tricky. So that's why I hate kind of putting this out and making exact times, because sometimes things go over, we take longer at something. But this is a tentative schedule that you can go to look at every single day if you're confused or your child's confused with what they should be doing. Okay, so that's math. Math. I did add missing assignments. I'm going to try to manage and keep up with. Again, you can click the link and it will bring you to a doc. And if your child's name is under an assignment, that means I'm missing it. Okay, but I'm hoping we won't have missing assignments, right, with my new daily assignment list, checklist that you guys can do. Also, if you noticed or if you heard, writing workshop, and this will probably be during reading time as well, like our daily 5 time. If they click this, they have their own Google Meet classroom. So what they do, if you notice, I clicked the page and they hit the Google Meet, and it will take them to their own room by themselves. When they're in their own room, they are writing or doing whatever they're supposed to be doing, and this allows me to come and pop in and see what the students are up to, how they're doing, if they need help, what do they need help with. So it's kind of that one-on-one conference time. I won't get to see every child every day, of course, but I will make sure to see your child at least twice a week during that writer's workshop time. And then again, that's kind of like, okay, you break off, we go into our own rooms, and then we have to meet back at a certain time. So it kind of, and you guys, I hope I'm not confusing you anymore. But I think that once we continue to do this every single day at the same exact times, the kids will really get in the groove of it and understand exactly what they should be doing. And almost everyone, all the students are really doing a great job. But this is kind of just a general overview of some of the new things we are doing. All right. And I'm hoping that's all the new things that I'm going to be throwing at the kids for a little while until we get more adjusted. All right. So I hope this is helpful for you. Like I said, you can save this video however you want to save it and go back and look at it. If you're like, oh yeah, that's right, she did show me that in that video, but I forget what to do, you can come back to the video. All right, so hopefully these tools will help you. All right, have a good day or weekend.